Ladies and gentlemen, the hype around Nvidia's RTX 50 series is starting to really reach fever pitch, and it's not too surprising given all of the rumours concerning the specifications and performance targets of these next generation cards, and just in my personal opinion anyway, new GPUs always get the most excitement from me. I don't know why, even since the early Voodoo 2 days, they just have seemed the coolest thing to upgrade in your rig. And the new rumours concerning Nvidia's RTX 50 series is now, not only do we have the release information for the RTX 5080 and 5090, but now we have the release information as well for the 5060 and 5070, plus some other stuff as well concerning the prices. And there's some really good news there. And we're going to get into all of that plus more after this quick message from the sponsor of the video. If you're watching this channel, there's a very good chance you have an extreme passion for PC gaming technology and hardware. But have you ever wanted to turn that passion into a career? This video is sponsored by Boot.dev, a fun and approachable way to learn programming and prepare yourself for a dream career in one of many industries where programming is a very valuable skill. For example, according to Stack Overflow, the median salary for a back-end developer in the United States in 2023 was over $100,000. Boot.dev uses familiar mechanics from modern game design to make learning to code easier than ever before. Complete quests, earn XP, and earn levels as you journey to master programming. You'll learn back-end web development in both Python and Go languages, with Boot.dev giving you all the tools you need to master your skills. But it's not just dreaded memorization. Boot.dev will test your skills with practical applications writing tons of code, because the best tool for learning is practice, practice, and practice. Want to learn or sign up? It's free to create an account, demo courses, and even view all of the content in read-only mode. To unlock the full experience, Boot.dev offers monthly or yearly subscriptions, and you can use our code REDGAMINGTECH, that's REDGAMINGTECH, which you can see on screen, to get 25% off of your first payment, be that either monthly or a yearly subscription. So first of all, let's get into the release information, shall we? At this point, it's all but certain Nvidia will be announcing Blackwell, aka the RTX 50 series, at CES early next year. And the rumour has been that, of course, this is going to be the case with the 5090 and 5080 roughly releasing in the same time window, but more recent information is that the RTX 5070 may also see an announcement. But now we have an update to this, and this is via the Board Channels forum. Now, I want to give courtesy credit here to videocards.com. This is a machine translated post, and it says the latest news reveals the release dates for the Nvidia RTX 50 series are mostly confirmed. This time, the various models of the RTX 50 series may be launched rather quickly with a near monthly release schedule. Based on the information available, the estimated release timeline is as follows. The tentative release dates for the 50 series has been set. At CES January 2025, Nvidia will launch the 5090D and 5080 series. Further, the 5070 Ti and 5070 will be released, and following that, the RTX 5060 Ti and 5060 in March. This means the lineup will be released within the first quarter of 2025. There are no plans currently for any super models, end quote. Now, there is a lot of information to unpack there, so real quick, remember that this is a Chinese forum, and so specifically they are referencing the 5090D, which is going to be a China-specific model because of the various regulatory stuff that's going on. You guys probably know about it, so I'm not going to waste a minute or two of video explaining what that is. I'm assuming, based on previous rumours and lots of other stuff, that this will mean that the 5090 regular, vanilla, which of course is going to be more powerful for gaming anyway, will basically be released at the same time period as the rest of the world. So basically speaking, we have the 5090 and 5080, which is going to launch in January. I'm presuming it's probably going to be a week or two after the announcement, and that's just a guess, however, I don't have that confirmed in writing. Then, of course, we're going to get the 5070 series, which launches a month-ish later, and then finally the 5060 series, which is going to be released in March. Now, this is very typical. Again, Nvidia launches the flagship cards first, much like AMD, and then they start filtering down. But this time, as it says in this, translated post, it's much faster than normal. Why? Well, if I had to take a guess, it's basically because of AMD. Now, the rumor, of course, is that RDNA 4 is going to be available the first quarter of next year, And then the second quarter, we're going to get more of the GPUs. And remember, RDNA 4 with N48 is going to be roughly on par with a 7900 XT or XTX, depending on the rumor, whether it's ray tracing, a lot of other stuff. But ultimately, let's just assume for the sake of this video, it's equivalent to an XTX. It's probably not going to be that fast in raster, but we have to have some comparison point, right? Now, ray tracing is allegedly going to be significantly faster than RDNA 3, so if we start to kind of take all that into consideration, obviously we don't know final performance or specification numbers at this point for RTX 5060, for example, but we can presume that Nvidia aren't dumb. Obviously, these companies have a pretty good understanding of what others are doing. So I think we can all agree that Nvidia are basically just saying, yeah, we're not just going to have AMD have the capability of just reinvigorating its entire stack, and we're just there twiddling our thumbs, you know, and pulling our ass hairs. That just wouldn't make any sense. So I think there's a very good chance that this is essentially a counter, whoever launches first with their GPUs, to RDNA 4. It's going to be very interesting, though, to see what the prices are. Oh! Yes, prices. So there still hasn't been an exact price decided within Nvidia, to my understanding. Now, there was a couple of prices I've personally heard, but as I've mentioned in previous videos, at this point, my sources have basically said that we're essentially guessing based on what we think the prices are likely to be, essentially based on just general discussions that they've had with sources, but it seems that there are no specific prices. Now, I can't remember if it was Hassan, I think it may have been Hassan at WCCF Tech. I think it was Hassan, but I'll link it anyway in the description, and it'll pop up in the video. I don't want to misquote, I think it was Hassan. They basically said that, to their knowledge, no AIB has been briefed yet with prices. To my understanding, this is the case. Nvidia have not briefed AIBs. So any price information would basically be internal information from Nvidia. Now, Coppertite7 Kimmy on Twitter was asked, hey, what do you think is going on with the pricing of RTX 50? And basically, they've stated that they don't think Nvidia will raise the prices much versus the previous generation. So we can basically say that we're looking at $15.99, this is US dollars MSRP, for the 5090, maybe $16.99 or $17.99. Again, I've heard from multiple sources, and they've said anything. I've basically had 2 or 3 different people. A couple have said that, you know, $1,600, $1,800 for the 5090 is possible, whereas another one was saying well over 2,000 US dollars. And frankly, I don't think $2,300 US dollars is going to be asked for the 5090. That's just my personal opinion. I am not, you know, I'm not having conversations with Jensen, and I don't, to be honest, think that even... I don't even think Jensen's 100% certain that the pricing at this point. They really do choose these prices quite late. With that said, I think $2,300 is just too much. Yes, the 5090 will be the fastest card on the planet, but it's also not so fast that you can say, oh my god, this thing, like, even if hypothetically it's 50% faster than the 4090, it's fast, but is it going to be that much faster? I think it's going to be more like 30 to 40%, but let's just assume it is 50%. Is it going to be enough for people to spend like $2,300, $2,400 base price, by the way? This is not the custom models that, you know, tickle your balls once you've inserted them into the PCIe slot or give you a back massage. This is just the basic variant. And God knows what's going to happen if there are shortages. So, again, I don't think $2,300. I could assume, I've discussed the fact that the Titan is allegedly incoming, which is like, obviously more RAM and all of that. However, the earliest I've heard that is going to hit shelves is summer. And whether Nvidia even launches the Titan, because there have been coolers leaked for the RTX 40 Titans, but obviously nothing materialized. So Nvidia can be like, yeah, we're going to release that, and then they just don't. This happens very typically. I mean, God, how many RTX 4080 variants were there that just didn't release? I think there was even a 20 gigabyte planned at one point. No, sorry, 3080, not 4080, 3080. I think there was like a 20 gigabyte variant that was planned at one point, and then it got shelved. So again, Nvidia can decide this stuff and then cancel it, so it becomes very fluid. But my personal opinion is like 2,500 bucks. I could definitely imagine it for a Titan. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if a Titan, if it's got enough VRAM in it, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's more expensive. With that said, it's way too early to predict this stuff. However, I could imagine a world where Vera Rubin, which is obviously the architecture after Blackwell for gaming, the rumor is, and again, whether this comes to pass or not, who knows, but the rumor is that that's going to be chiplet based for gaming. And if that is chiplet based for gaming, and Nvidia can just go whoop up the performance tiers, I could see a world where that's going to be over $2,000 with enough VRAM and all the other stuff, because, you know, just imagine, hypothetically, it's twice as fast and has a crap ton of additional features. Then I could potentially imagine Nvidia just cranking the price up absolutely crazy high. But again, I think at this stage, it's a lot to ask for like 1,500, 1,600 bucks for a graphics card. But again, I guess we'll see. With that said, guys, take care of yourselves. Have an amazing day. Bye for now.